Can't believe the Leafs weren't able to score more than 2 goals on the Devils. Dude, are you crazy? They have Martin Brodeur, Scott Niedermayer, Scott Stevens, Ken Danico. What do you want? What? Wait, we were watching this game on VHS, right? And then, yes, please do. What a great goal. Dude, crazy throwing waffles. Woo! Who are you? Optimus Prime. Leafs lose 3-2 in overtime to the New Jersey Devils. The downside, they lose. The upside, they get 3 out of a possible 4 points in back-to-back nights. And this was a very winnable game, and I'm not really sure the Leafs have an excuse for this one. Like the first goal, a blast from Ilya Kovalchuk. Now, I'm a little bit torn on blame for this one because, well, yeah, he wasn't covered very well, and yeah, Reimer should have been out a little further, but it was a perfectly placed shot. Clap her off the bar, that's where you want to put it. Well, clap her off the bar and in. Regardless, power play goal. If it makes you feel any better, Kovalchuk's currently a -11. And just looking at capgeek.com here, it looks like the New Jersey Devils will also be $11 million in salary that they have to pay Kovalchuk. You think that's bad? The next 2 years after that are 11.3 and 11.6 after that, and then 11.8. But after he gets paid 11.8, it drops to a meager 10. Cap hit, 6.66. How did that contract get approved again? Next goal was just a big old mess. No one covering anybody. Reimer being like, what's going on? And David Clarkson scores. Even before either of the 2 goals, the Leafs looked awful to start this one, and they end up getting outshot 11-4 in the first. Some fans were getting on the refs, and when they called Lyles at the end of the period, I went, oh, come on! Watched the replay of the call and was like, oh, he totally shouldn't have done that. And the Leafs, at least for this game, fall into a habit that they were into a little bit more earlier in the season. Horrible starts. They come back strong in the second, though, outshooting the Devils 16-5, and out of those 16 shots, this is what went in. Lupul just throws it in front, and it banks off Phil Kessel and goes in. The Leafs have life. They review it for a kicking motion, and it appears to just bank off Kessel's skate, but he totally tried to kick it with the other. Luckily didn't touch it with that skate, 2-1. Now third period, the Leafs with some life, but they typically don't start the periods very well. Less than 2 minutes in, Fratton scores a gem. Like that Marshawn Lynch YouTube video, get off me, child's play! Just works his way to the net, puts it in on Brodeur, tie game. So much determination, though. I never seen a rookie put his team on the back like that, though. A lot of people don't get this reference, though. Overtime! I'll spare you the details, they lost. Kind of fitting, too. The Devils were struggling coming into this game. The power play was struggling coming into this game. David Clarkson was struggling coming into this game. He gets the overtime winner. The Devils win, and they get 2 power play goals. So, who are you gonna call? Slumpbusters, I hate you. Some Leaf fans might be sad, but let me help you out. The Leafs hit a pretty rough patch in November. Between the 5th and the 17th, they went 1-4-1. That is not good. Well, they've played 9 games since the end of that skid, and they're 5-3-1 since. That's 11 out of a possible 18 points, which is a 100-point pace. Definitely looks like it's unreasonable to expect, but it just shows how good they've been. Another thing, last year the Leafs were involved in 18 overtime games, and they lost 11 of them. Well, extra time, overtime, or the shootout. So you're getting the point, but you're also giving up one to the other team, and more often than not, you're losing the extra one. Especially if it's to an Eastern Conference team and they're ahead of you, you're losing ground, and if they're behind you, they're gaining. This year so far, they've been in 7 overtime or shootout games, and they've won 4 of them. That's above 500, and if they can stay over 500 in that category, it'll help them out big time in the standings. Speaking of the standings, last stat I'll mention from a team perspective, the Leafs are currently on pace for what? 96.6 points. Let's round down and say 96. If this were last season, that ties you with Montreal for 6th and Buffalo for 7th. And it puts you 3 points up on the Rangers, who finished 8th with 93. So far, they're going for a playoff spot. Like I said, they had a 1-4-1 stretch in November. I'm pretty sure around then I said if the Leafs can play 500 for the next month, that'd be great. And so far, they're 5-3-1 in their last 9. Numbers in your face! I never liked math, but this stuff I could do. Last guy I want to mention, Cody Franzen. Against the Devils, he played just under 15 minutes, which is more than he has been playing, picked up another assist, and was the only player on the team to be a +2. He can stay. Franzen seems to be getting a little more comfortable with the Leafs, especially over the last few games, and they could use his offensive spark. And it becomes easier to let Franzen into the lineup when Luke Schenn starts playing the way Luke Schenn is supposed to play. Schenn also got an assist against the Devils, but more importantly, he was just going, rah! Going human eraser. Remember when people called him that? That was silly. That's it for this one. Add me to Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, and all the other wonderfulness in the underbar. And next game, the Leafs take on the Caps. The Caps have struggled, but they're a very good team when they're motivated. But it's not like they have any reason to be motivated against the Leafs, right? Oh.